everybody, this is Bonnie from Bonnie's Creative Place .stampinup.net, and we are going to be making this wonderful little, I guess, nautical card today for a happy birthday. I wanted to share this card as an extra bonus because we are doing this for our April online class, and I created 4 cards just using the bundle with the die and then the embossing folder. And I just wanted to show how that if you added just this stamp set in, Sail Away Home, you could create another card using this little lighthouse. So we did this Monday night in my Monday night class, and I just wanted to share it with all the other ladies out there. So we're going to sit this off to the side. And I also want to remind you guys, if you hit the little pink square over on the right hand corner, that will let you subscribe to any of my up and coming videos. And if you hit the little bell, that'll let you be notified right away. If you order from me by going to Bonnie's Creative Place .stampinup.net, you will receive the Creative Cardiology Teens April tutorials for free. And this month we did it on tulips, so you will get that for free. And what else do I want to let you know? If you're interested in joining my team, there's information in the description box below. I'd love to have you, and you can message me and I will get back to you with more detail on that. So let's get started. Okay, here we go. This is a piece of Whisper or Basic White, and it is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4 in the middle. And I'm going to give it a really good crease so that way it'll lay flat for us, making it easier to work with. Then we need a piece of Whisper White, and then this piece is 4 by 5 1/4. And then we need some scrap paper, and I didn't know how much, so I just grabbed some paper out of my scrap drawer. So let's get started with this. We'll put this up here out of the way. The first thing we need is a piece of scrap paper. So I'll grab a piece of this grid paper. I love this grid paper. This grid paper goes for the Stamparatus, but it's wonderful to bring out when you just need a quick little piece. I leave it right over here on the side. I like that it has like the rules and the grids on it, and it just works great. So I'm going to be bringing in my blending brush, and I'm bringing in the one that has the medium blues. I'm going to bring in the Bermuda Bay and the Memento Black ink. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the Memento Black ink, and in this Friends are like seashell stamp set, there's these like little rocks, or I don't know, sand it could be. And I am just going to stamp this, and I'm going to stamp one kind of up here, and then another one maybe right about here. And then we'll take this and we'll turn it around a little. We'll go this way. And we'll stamp this one right about here, just like that. And then we can set, well, we will let that dry for a minute, actually. While that's drying, we're going to bring in the other color, or the other things we're going to stamp here. I'm going to stamp 2 starfish, and I'm doing this in the Memento Black ink, like that. I'm going to stamp one of the seashells, right there, and then I am going to stamp, I don't know if there's enough room, well yeah, if I do it sideways, I'm going to stamp Happy Birthday to my lovely, beautiful friend. Stamp that, just like that. And then I've got one more thing to stamp. I'm going to use this scrap piece, And I'm using the black that I seem to be wanting to get all over me. Trying to not. And I'm going to stamp the lighthouse in this black. Just like so. And I'm going to stamp this one right over here on the side and down. Okay, just like that. All right. So now we will let these ones sit off to the side. Doesn't take long to dry, but when you're going to color and blend with them, I like them to be just less wet. Okay, so now we're going to take our blending brush and we're going to dip it in Bermuda Bay. And I am just swirling a little bit off, and then I'm going to swirl around where these, taking a little bit off and I'm swirling around. I'm going to take a little bit off and I'm going to swirl down this way. A little bit off. And this just makes it so that I'm not getting a great big glob, or that I'm getting it too dark where I don't want it to be too dark. So I think that looks good. So I just kind of followed that little bit of a line there. And oops, I'm not going to close this up yet. I'm going to take, there's a leaf that's in that bundle, and I'm going to stamp it up, make sure I get it pretty good. And I'm just eyeballing right about there. I'm going to stamp one. And that did not stamp out very good. I probably will not get that line back up again. Surely could try. Well, didn't do too bad. So anyways, there it is. All right, so we're going to set all this stuff aside now, and we're going to set that aside because we don't need that anymore for the moment. So now we're going to bring in our pieces here, and we are going to be bringing in some blends. So the blends that we're going to use, I feel like I got to get organized here a little bit. Okay, we got Crumb Cake, light and dark, Bermuda Bay, light and dark, and Smoky Slate, light and dark. So I'm going to color, and I will more than likely fast forward this as I usually do. So I'm going to take the light and I will zoom in a little bit here. There you go, so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, so now I'm going to, oops, wrong way, sorry guys. I'm going to zoom you back out so you can see everything again. Now there's no die for this lighthouse, so we do have to fussy cut it out. It doesn't take very long, and I just zip around this, so I'm going to probably continue fasting forward. Okay. Now also, while I have the scissors in my hand, I am going to cut out this. Okay, so now we got that done. Now there is dies for this right here. So I'm going to bring in the little guy like this. And I will put platform 1, platform 2, and I'm offsetting them. And I'm going to put my now let's start putting this card together. So what we're going to do is I'm going to attach this first. So just to make it easier, I'll attach this down just like so. Then I'm going to bring in the lighthouse, and I want the lighthouse right about there. And then this starfish kind of creeping out right here. So we're going to add him right there. Okay. Put him right about there. Then we'll put the lighthouse. Oh, let me put some. We'll add that right there. Then we'll take this lovely other starfish and we'll put it right about here, over here closer to it, but down there. Okay, don't want to lose my greeting. I wonder what I did with it. Oops. All right. Now I'm going to get a piece of linen thread here, and I'm just going to grab a piece off from here. Not a very long piece. You don't need a huge piece here. So grab a piece about that long, and I'm going to try to zoom you in so you could see what I'm doing. I'm going to zoom you in. Oops, that's zooming you out. Okay, I'll get you in the camera's view. Alright, there we go. And then I take a piercing tool, and I'm going to just grab the ends of it, and I'm running to like fray it, to just give it a little bit of a frayed end. And once you do it a few times, it kind of just happens. And then you could just separate it a little bit more with your hands to make it look more frayed, like that. There you go, kind of like that. That's what I like to do. And then I'm going to do the same thing to this end. Make sure I have it in the camera. Sometimes you can get it right away, and other times you have to fiddle with it a little bit. Okay, and then you can just separate these a little bit more with your hands and your nails. There you go. So now it looks frayed on each end. So then I'm going to take our card here, and I'm going to zoom you guys back out before I forget. Oh. Okay. And I am just going to put this like right across here, just like that. You know, you could put a knot in it if it's too long, and I think mine may have been a little too long, so that's what I'm going to do rather than fighting with the fraying again. Smaller piece than what I showed you. And then I'm going to put a little bit of snail right there, and I'm going to pop that down so it'll stay up there. And then I'm going to take some Stampin' Dimensionals, and I'm going to cut like the outer edge of this, like this piece that's right here, and it just fits along there so nicely. Oops, there's a piece of stuff on there from when I was putting stuff down, and I want to make sure this piece stays up and out of my way. And I kind of have it up a little bit so that you could see a little bit of the blue water. I think I might have it up a little bit higher even on that one, but I don't want to show my knot, so I'm going to keep it right there. So there we go. This could fray a little bit more. I want to make it look like rustic, I guess. That looks good. All right, let's get rid of this piece of paper because I have snail on it and it's starting to get on my card. So now I'm going to take some of these opal gems and stuff that they have here. I'm going to use a couple of these big ones. I'm going to put one right here. I'll put a littler one up there. And then I'm going to take another big one and I'm going to just put it over here. And that is how I made this card. God, I feel like everything's a mess. And that's how I made that card. And it just comes out so pretty. I think it came out great. And I love the way it looks. I like the nautical theme. But thanks for stopping by, everybody. You know, like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.